55 Victoria Road, coming up here on the left in a moment, where I did run a hostel for homeless young men. My Christian calling at the time was right opposite Victoria Road Post Office, there on the right. Lloyd Long, the sub-postmaster, could stir more crap than this sewage works. All delivered by Royal Mail, postie assassins, vigilantes, postie men. Can see Clive Howard, Noble, Whites and Co, make 'em white black. Serial killer black beyond recognition. We did have Richard Hayden, who was also in the baker's shop, so he put me in the Richard Hayden, Inspector Hayden's black SS oven, burnt me black, serial killer black beyond recognition. So again, sometimes innocent men do have to run, fly, go, disappear, follow your golden compass. And certainly no Red Carmichael Dunn, Michael Sands, Sutcliffe Steve Wright, Wayne Cousins, Brady Huntley, Fred West. And 55 Victoria Road was never 25 Cromwell Street. No bodies bricked into the walls, under the floors, or buried in the garden. Certainly wasn't running a Charles Manson cult. Did get a visit from Jonathan Burr, Harris & Co, DC3, Hope Church now. Jonathan Burr and his classic Morris Minor. Calling me Fred West, Sutcliffe, and falsely claiming I was running a Charles Manson cult. I really don't think so. Then that was their friend Andrew, DC3, Hope Church now, had murdered his flatmate and buried him under the floorboards. You can see Simmons Coaches, 7 Poison Dwarfs. Monster Lies did cost me my coach driving job. Again, nearly got me killed on 3 occasions, but no Roy White and White Van Man, Christian B. Sandringham serial killer here, no Clockwork Orange, Norwich train station. Mountain bike rapist, certainly wasn't me. I was on a woman's black Dutchy bike, no a mountain bike. All mixed into the black shroud of Sandringham, just to set me up further. That one had 24 on it, plenty of hosts for the hungry, bloodthirsty beasts in high places. And it's like Keir Starmer and the Labour loonies, who tried to cover up, Conservative Party also, tried to cover up the rape of Britain, the rape of the capital, London also. 9,000 cases now been reopened. 50 to 84 towns and cities, locations. The Labour vote was more important than the lives of thousands and thousands of young English girls, so they tried to cover that one up. So plenty of high crimes, Jack the Ripper crimes, plenty of monster lies and cover-ups. But the truth is coming out now, all unfolding online for everyone to see, and again they will pay to make you disappear. So no sombre, autonomy of a crime, no woolly hats, serial killer hair. And again I was on a woman's black Dutchy bike, no mountain bike, given away free to a good home on the Burston Gisson Road, Gregson's Two Fishers Art Gallery. The man following the woman at Norwich train station, younger than me, had a hoodie on. He was on a mountain bike, so again certainly wasn't me. No Peter Cook Cambridge, blonde wig, black rapist mask. No OJ Simpson, black Sandringham serial killer gloves in my backpack. I really don't think so. Disco and Road assassins. And anyone who saw the CCTV footage and knows me could say it wasn't me. When I did challenge the police about it on social media, they took their CCTV footage down of the man following the woman at Norwich train station. So I don't know if they ever did catch the Norwich mountain bike rapist, but it certainly wasn't me. So a very deadly serial killer virus in this Norfolk, UK, all delivered by this post office, Royal Mail, postie assassins, vigilantes, postie mayor. the big super spreader carriers. Certainly have infected everyone apart from me. And as again, they used and set me up, framed and fixed me, used me as the spare and the fall guy, the scapegoat. All to cover up a high royal blue crime, New Year's Day fine, September blue murder. Certainly not mine, see Prince Harry the spare for details. Norfolk Bacon SS, Windsor Gestapos, the local Nazis. Simon Bailey don't cry and his blonde host plainclothes lover and her partner, not true detectives. This Mason Council, White Lodge, the local mafias, the local mob. Again, all to cover up Prince Harry's royal spare behind, New Year's Day fine, September blue murder. Certainly not mine, the word that came off, the royal Sandringham estate, Killenfields, loud and clear. So they certainly will pay to make you disappear. Can see Prince Harry the spare for details. Again, all to cover up his high royal spare behind, New Year's Day fine, September blue murder. Certainly not mine, you can see Cannells, Palmer, Brown, Wilby and Co. This old boy's Royal Conservative Club, but no Roy White and White Van Man. Christian B, Sandringham serial killer here. Black Wizard terrorist, this shooter. And Steve Wright Ipswich, 22 miles from here, 5 girls murdered in 10 days. Again, no Black Wizard here, a Volvo estate, Sandringham serial killer. Really don't think so. Terrorist, issue. And Steve Wright has just received another life sentence for the murder of Victoria Hall, 17-year-old girl who was murdered, found naked in a ditch, dating back to 1999. So a crime is a crime whenever it's committed, unless it's a high royal blue crime, New Year's Day fine. September blue murder, certainly not mine. No Red Car Michael Dunn, Michael Sands, Sutcliffe Steve Wright, Wayne Cousins, Brady Huntley, Fred West. Black Panther, serial killer, and that was rookie Prince Harry lookalike there. Again, his high royal blue crime, New Year's Day fine, September blue murder. Certainly not mine, Prince of Darkness, E.T. hybrid host, Red Dragons. So the truth is all coming out online at the moment. They're still trying to cover up a lot of the Epstein files. A lot of them files have been redacted, blacked out. Plenty of people in high places, plenty of high crimes that need to be covered up. And there really are plenty of high crimes, Jack the Ripper crimes, castles, manor houses, UK's Devil Island, country estates. Certainly not mine, no Here's Johnny here. One big black axe hatchet job, saw trap. So a high royal blue crime, case 39, Dr. Sleep, Jack the Ripper crime, certainly not mine. When people realise just how involved the royal family are in all of this, stories have come out about the royal family for a very long time. Robert Lowe has written a lot about Prince Andrew and the Epstein files. One of his latest videos were bodies buried on the royal estates. Mention of another murder in the Epstein files that did involve Prince Andrew Epstein, Frogmore Cottage. Another young girl who was murdered in a satanic ritual also connected to Prince Andrew, and some very unsavoury characters, satanic ritual abuse and sacrifices. Also talk of 2 girls who were murdered after being forced into rough sex and buried on a golf course, and claims that bodies of young girls are buried on the Epstein Ranch in Texas. And that was quite interesting. I did do a video at Mearsmouth, a couple of videos the other day at Mearsmouth, and for the first time a man suddenly appeared in a white cowboy hat, certainly no Buffalo Bill here. And that was all coming out about the Epstein Ranch in Texas and the bodies of young girls that are buried there, all dissolved in acid. Again, a very good video if you can find on YouTube, Satan's Children, where a young girl did escape the big Freemason fraternals, satanic cults on the UK's Devil Island. Human hunting, feasting, blood drinking, harvesting adrenochrome. Women, young girls, children and the homeless, hunted and abused, sacrificed, eating their organs, drinking their blood, harvesting organs, harvesting adrenochrome, and then their remains were dissolved in acid. That is the video. Satan's Children, and experts who've listened to her story said she's telling the truth. And I did remember seeing a woman who was on Oprah Winfrey, and she said, my parents were pillars of the community by day, they were counsellors, but by night when they all put their cloaks on in the secret chambers and were sacrificing babies and infants and children, doctors, politicians, police officers, all in Lucifer's Freemason fraternal, counsellors, lawyers, judges. So that's why it's always been covered up, because all the people in positions of power, control and influence, most of them are all in Lucifer's Freemason fraternal. And I have heard stories too where people were, again, that's will pay to make you disappear. Has been a silver Ford Focus, turned the reins in this recently. And I have heard stories where investigators were investigating elite paedophile rings, and when the investigation started going to Buckingham Palace, they were told to back off. If they didn't, they would be disappeared, certainly lose their career. So the investigations were shut down when it started going into members of the royal family. So Discalton Road assassins, no Black Panther, serial killer here. Cansey Burston Mill, Pages and Co, Discalton Road assassins, Dis Woodyard, Parish Fields, Not So Healthy Centre. They are all related. One big black axe hatchet job, saw trap in this Norfolk, UK.